Maybe I should do that pirate tag that I was tagged in on YouTube instead of on my blog, now that I have a bird to sit on my shoulder. Hello there, internet. Haven't been around for a while. Hay fever and stuff. Also, I have a bird now, and apparently he wants to get involved, so hang on. Kylo? Kylo hen? What, you gonna be quiet now that you're on camera? Say hello to the internet. Yeah, so I have a bird now. But anyway, hello YouTube, I'm back, and I want to tell you about some books. A lot of these are books that I've had for a while, by Kylo. Some of them are ones I've been sent by publishers, and some of them I've bought, and then others I have been gifted. Let's start with the books I've been sent by publishers, the majority of which are e-galleys, so they are all like advanced reader copies, and they're sent to your Kindle. So I have been sent, floored by Hollyborn, Tanya Byrne, Non Pratt, etc, etc. I picked up a sampler for this at YALC last year, thought it was really good. Now I have the opportunity to read the whole book. Also had Vox, which is kind of in the same vein as The Power and The Handmaid's Tale, and I enjoyed both those things, so I'm hoping I'll like that one. You okay there, hun? Birds. I have Lincoln in the Bardo, which I'm very excited about. The publisher sent me a copy because they wanted to know if I wanted to read it, and I said yes. Yes, I did, thank you. We have From Twinkle with Love. I have a book called Love and Ruin by Paula McLean? Yeah, Love and Ruin by Paula McLean, which I have a book called Why are you throwing things everywhere? It's like you're on camera and now you've decided to show off. Called Love and Ruin by Paula McLean. I read her book about Ernest Hemingway and all of his wives, and I think it's something similar, so I'm really looking forward to reading that one too. Now on to all of the other books that I now have. Did a unboxing for my Illumicrate, but I didn't unbox on camera anyway the previous Illumicrate, in which I received two books. One was Sally Green's The Smoke Thieves, and it's got nice purple edges on it, and the other one was C.V. Wick's Blood and Sand, which is a retelling of Spartacus. In the last one that I unboxed, I received Light Years, and also 1,000 Perfect Notes by C.G. Drews, with the special edges. Some months ago, now, I visited the Book Barn, which, if you live in Somerset, is a large barn that is full of books, and they're all like second-hand, and like donated books. Some of them are vintage books, etc, etc. I went with my nan, and my nan bought me I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings by Maya Angelou, and also Ham on Rye by Charles Bukowski, because I've never read any Charles Bukowski, and I've never read any Maya Angelou, and I thought, I might as well, while both these books are only £1. I donated some books to charity, and when I was in there, I picked up some more books, so it didn't really solve my problem, but I got Battle Royale, which looks completely brand new. It doesn't look like anyone's ever read this before, and yeah, everyone says that The Hunger Games is kind of like Battle Royale, and as I'd never read Battle Royale, I thought I'd pick it up. I also got Stephen King's 11/22/63, which is about the JFK assassination. I watched the TV adaptation of this and I really enjoyed it. And I've not read an awful lot of Stephen King, and I'd like to read more, so I picked that one up. When I was at secondary school, I read Cider with Rosie by Laurie Lee on the recommendation of one of my teachers. I really enjoyed it, and I'd not seen it since, so I thought I'd grab a copy while I was in there. And then I was watching a video by Sophie about a book that she'd read called Cast Postals from Greece, and she said she really liked it, and I saw it for 50p, so I grabbed myself a copy of that. It was Independent Bookshop Week recently, and I went in search of some cheap books, and I found some. I managed to pick up An Ember in the Ashes and A Torch Against the Night by Sabaa Tahir in the works for like £2 each, and the third book in this series has only just been released, so I was a bit like, ooh, it's interesting that these are both in here, and I think these are like the newer covers. I'm not 100% sure. If you've read either of these, you can let me know which covers are the new ones. 13 Minutes, which I saw in a discount bookstore, and it was only £1.50. And I sort of read the synopsis, and it sounded quite interesting. There's like a girl, and she dies, but then she wakes up again, and she doesn't know how she ended up in that situation, and it's kind of her trying to figure it out. I thought it sounded quite interesting, so I grabbed that. All the Money in the World, which is the book that inspired the film that did star now disgraced star Kevin Spacey, but was replaced by Christopher Plummer. And this is by the same guy that wrote that Cray Twins book that became the film Legend. And while I thought that book wasn't really like historically accurate, I did want to find out a bit more about Paul Getty and that whole situation, and I would really like to see the film eventually. So I thought I'd read up on it. And finally, a book I was gifted. The Zookeeper's Wife by Diane Ackerman, which one of my new work buds found when they were on holiday and thought I might like to read, so they brought it back for me, and I will get to it eventually. So those are all the books that I've acquired recently. I'm hoping to start getting back into the whole making videos thing. Haven't done it for a really long time. Might be a bit difficult now. I've got a bird though, if he's not screeching in the corner. Climbing all over the place, aren't you? Cool. Okay, bye. This is the worst video I've ever made. I'm hoping that people will watch it just because you're cute. Do you think they'll watch it because you're cute? And they'll ignore the fact that I'm really bad at making videos? Kylo, say bye. Kylo, say bye.